So you have to go back to this one, okay, and then to this one, and it doesn't look so great. If you have, somebody needs to make this app for me. I stand here with a phone and I go, okay, ding, and it changes the presentation. Somebody needs to do this. Every time I have this conversation, I say, why doesn't somebody make this thing? It makes little things. But yeah, put all the detail at the end. Use the beginning to excite people. And I guess the final message is, remember, in this 5 minutes, you are not going to win an investment. Nobody's going to make a decision today. But if you do well, you might get an invitation to another meeting. Or they might say, hey, why don't you apply for funding? I think we can talk about this. Yeah, you don't have to have everything perfect today. You just have to make people excited. Don't get bogged down in too much detail. And even sometimes I do this when you have the slides at the end with all the numbers and the graphs and all that crap. And you just go, yeah, so we looked at the market, and we looked at this, and the fund, and the bottom line is this much money. And nobody had time to process that information, but they can see that you did the research. Yeah? So you have more credibility. Ultimately, it's all about you. They're investing in you, not the idea. So if you're confident and you did the research, and they can believe in you, your idea has more value. If you're some loser with an idea that you can't execute, you're screwed, even though it's a great idea. Yeah? Final thing, mention the team. Please mention your team, involve your team. We've done this, we've done that this week. If you say, so he went out and did market research, here's the results. And he wrote a great plan, here's the results, here's what it is. Yeah? And then the people watching, they can see that you are a team. It's not the leader taking the glory. It's another little thing. Any more questions? Up to you.
Remember, just keep it simple because it takes more time.
Yeah, I know it takes more time to change. I know you're using mics, so then you have to
Yeah, but if it's just a hand mic, right? So yeah, so you just come out and say, okay, I'm the team leader. This is my idea, and this is what I was thinking about. So now I'll hand over to the market research guy. And he talks about, okay, market research, blah 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 blah. So from that we decided to make, and then the developer talks technical for 1 minute. That's fine, as long as everybody's.
Well, guys, I'll just add up because basically what Chris is saying is exactly how it is. One element is practice before you pitch. Because what happens usually is that you would like to change the mic, but you haven't changed it, you haven't practiced. So please check the slides are working, practice the way you want to present, just 5 minutes before you pitch.
Go to Carrefour, buy a banana, and practice talking into it. How many people do you see? They're like this and nobody can hear a fucking word. But the pitch is on Friday night. I kept shouting, microphone! Yeah, just practice standing there with a banana close to your mouth and giving that presentation.
No, that's crucial, by the way. Something that was screening Microsoft, it's not one of the sponsors. But what Chris is saying is like this, so the screen is behind you, but the screen is not important, the jury and the people are important. But when you're doing this, you look at the screen, just move your head together with the mic, yeah? Because otherwise people won't be able to hear what you're saying. Move with the banana,
Yeah, so move from here.
Yeah.
Yeah? Look your head. Maybe even go and find a medical center and get like cancer on it. Any more questions? Should you shave? I've been here 54 hours, I've slept 4. I haven't had time, so I'm wearing the same clothes. Is it a problem? I don't think it's a problem. I've seen teams that all dress up and they wear, they all put their business suits on, or they all have the the same t-shirt and a tie. And I've seen teams that just walk out and don't care. And I've seen them win. Because it's about what you did this weekend. I was too busy working to worry about my wardrobe. Any more?
But remember one thing, when Paris asks questions, if you short, somebody can ask more questions.
Short it as a keep in the morning or something.
Don't want to go into elaborating. You need to answer the question and move to the next one. That's your goal.
And don't be afraid of questions. This is your opportunity to make a relationship. It's all about making a relationship. That's why we engage with people. So if they're asking questions, fucking think of an answer or just say, you know what? That's on our list of things to do. But we've spent this weekend making this. You know, don't bullshit and don't argue. Because if you argue, it becomes a fight, and then the relationship is destroyed. And you'll be like, you know, nervous and shaking, and the next question will also be too hard. You only work 2 days. Be ready to accept that you made a mistake or you did something wrong. Any more questions? Language? It's all in English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, body language. You know what? You can't learn body language today. Whatever I tell you right now, you're
Don't
going...
keep your hands in your pockets.
You're going... No, I mean, I've given presentations where I walk out and I'm just talking away like that. But I'm super confident. I've done this. I have 9,500 hours of standing on stages in front of people. That's my experience. So I'm actually quite embarrassed that I'm not better. I should be better than I am. Yeah, but when people ask me to speak in front of an audience, I just go and do it. I don't prepare anything ever anymore. Well, I do sometimes, but for me it's natural. You're going to be nervous, probably. One little trick that I've learned: if you're open like this, it's like you're ready to fight, to engage, to meet the world. If you're like, you know, this, you're shy, you're hiding, you're scared. And this message goes to your brain and it tells you that you've got a problem. And it makes you less confident. It reduces the power of your presentation. Yeah? And there has been a lot of research. I can show you a TED talk where they talk about this. That some people went for an interview, and before the interview, half of them had to stand like this or sit on a chair, you know, and it's taking space, being open. And half of them had to sit like this, or you know, these protective postures. And then they went to the interview, and it was a tough interview. And then they come out, and then they take a mouth sample, and they measure testosterone, you know, the male fighting hormone. The people who are like this, the level was much higher. The people who are like this, even if they're like big strong men, the level was much lower. And then they showed the video of the interviews to HR people, people who hire people, people who make these decisions about who gets the money. And they all said, oh yeah, I like that guy and that girl and all of those people who were like this. And all the people who were like this, they didn't get the job. Even if they sit in a different posture in the interview, it's the 5 minutes before that's more important. So tonight, when you're waiting to speak, you should be, you know, when the team's here and they're talking, you've got to be standing at the side. You know, really? Yeah, you'll be glad. Yeah. The other thing, with your team, just 2 minutes before you go on, just go, okay, you ready? Just two of you, just you know, get your fighting spirit up. Make yourself. I saw a movie once where it was a ski team, the downhill things, and before they all wear helmets, and before they go, everybody goes like, ah! And it just makes you ready to fight, ready to be the boss, ready to dominate. And then you walk out and you're like, hey everybody, I'm the man. Sorry. Talk to me, listen to me. And you take control. That's the key, take control. Don't be afraid, take control. If you're in control, we trust you, we can invest in you. If you're afraid of the jury, you can't possibly win, no matter how good your idea is. Okay? Is that it? Are we done?
Maybe just addition, like when you move out of this pose, don't
Don't walk onto the stage
go like this. It's a simple trick I use is basically I repeat to myself I respect my audience and this helps me to move with my head, not with my belly. Towards them. So basically it's more engaging pose.
Yeah, I remember years ago going to teach a class and I was late again. Every week I was late for this class and these students were terrible. I hated them. They wouldn't ever participate. Every question you ask, I have no idea. And I was late and I was, Chinese food. I'm walking down the street shoveling this Chinese food. Crap all down my t-shirt. Late for the class, stressed. What am I going to do? How am I going to make them talk? Nightmare, nightmare. And I stopped at the door to the classroom. And I was like, they're in control. They are destroying my life. They're ruining this for me. Fuck this. I'm going to have fun tonight. I'm going to enjoy this because I'm the boss. I'm the coolest, smartest person in this room. I have the solution to their problems. And that's you, right? I am the boss. And I remembered the Phantom of the Opera where the guy has a mask that changes he becomes more confident when he's wearing the mask. And I put my hand on my face and I was like, okay, I can do this. And just 10 seconds, the same idea. I respect my audience. I am going to win. And then I walked into that room. And 3 hours later, I was walking down the street and I was singing. I was so fucking happy because I had a really great class. And they got my energy and it came back to me and they started to answer questions and be active. And there was nothing wrong with the audience. The problem was I was afraid of them. So before you go on, take that moment, take control. Okay? Alright, are we done?
Yeah.
Let's go.